Namaste yogis, I'm Sophie and welcome to my channel, Sophie Lavers Yoga. Today's class is a pure flexibility yoga flow. I know a lot of you enjoy working on your flexibility, so we'll move through a dynamic, flowing flexibility sequence and then we'll come down to the mat for some deeper, longer held stretches. If you have a block or a cushion handy, you might like to grab it, and also a strap or even a long sock would be useful for some of the stretches at the end of the class. When you're ready, let's start in child's pose at the back of the mat. Toes together, knees nice and wide, reach the fingertips long, bring the forehead down to the mat. And then just settle in here, letting the world outside fade away and really coming present on your mat. As you breathe in, expand through the back ribs of the body. And as you breathe out, sink deeper down into the earth. Just a couple more breaths there in your own time. And then from there, walking the hands back towards the knees. Bring the knees into parallel so they're in alignment with your hips. Find length right through the spine. Lift up through the crown of the head. And then from there, drop the right ear towards the shoulder, wrap the left arm behind you to take the right elbow, and you'll find a stretch down through the side of the head, the neck, the shoulder, and down through the arm. Turn the gaze towards the mat, towards this right shoulder. Drop the chin in towards the chest, and then see if you can find that stretch not only through the back of the neck, but down through the head, down through the neck, and then likely still down through that arm, that left arm. Let's release, come back through center, feeling nice and tall once again, and then take the ear towards the left shoulder. Wrap the right arm behind you. And once again, find that stretch down through the side of the head, the neck, all the way down through the shoulder. Really try and roll this right shoulder back. And then let's turn the gaze towards the left shoulder, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and just feeling that gentle stretch down through the back of the body. Release, come back to center. Let's link the fingers, scoop through the belly, round through the spine, lift nice and high, cactus the arms, baby back bend here, warming up through the spine. Let's exhale as you scoop, inhale to lift, exhale, cactus the arms, round through the body, 2 more times. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. 1 more time. And coming back, coming forward to tabletop, wrists directly under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's find bear pose. So we tuck the toes under, come up on the balls of the feet, push the hands into the mat, lift the knees off, strength through the core. Pressing back, downward facing dog. Sink the heels down in towards the earth. Coming back to bear. From here, can you lift the right knee off? Keeping the shoulders and hips nice and square. Bring the foot down, other side. And down, pressing back, downward facing dog. And again, last time, coming forward to bear. Strength through the upper body and the core. We lift the right foot off, place it down, left foot off, place it down, pressing back, downward facing dog. And then taking whatever movement feels right for you, maybe pedaling through the feet or twisting the hips side to side or even holding in stillness. And then everyone, let's inhale, lift up on the balls of the feet. Exhale, press down through the heels. And let's twist our dog. Left arm comes through, take somewhere between the knee and the ankle. Gaze is under the arm. Bring the hand back to the mat, right hand threads through, finding the leg, gaze is under the arm. Bring the hand back to the mat. Let's bring the right leg through, crescent lunge. Set the feet hip width apart for stability, lift through the arms, sink low in the legs. Right hand takes the left wrist, stretching over the front leg. From here, circling around, coming forward to the left, baby back bend, over to the right, hands come down, downward facing dog, other side, stepping through, crescent lunge. Find your position, then let's bring in the stretch. Taking the right wrists, stretching over, and then keeping the lower body exactly where it is, coming forward to the right, baby back bend, to the left, hands come down, downward facing dog. Once more each side, foot comes through, lifting high, take the left wrist, stretching over, forward, side, all the way around, hands down, downward facing dog, swapping over, last time. Crescent lunge, take the wrist, stretching over, finding length all the way from the right pinky finger down through the arm, down through the shoulder, right down to your bottom, to your back heel. Coming forward to the side, all the way around, hands come down. Then from there, let's step the right foot in, hanging forward in your ragdoll, chest over the thighs. Keep the arms long or take the back of the elbows. Give the head a shake. Deep breath in and exhale. Starting to find the energy, the mindset shifting as we come into our class. Let's roll up through the spine. You can keep the feet hip width apart or toe heel them together. Let's lift the arms. Inhale, reaching the fingertips high. Draw the hands down through prayer at heart center. We're taking warrior three. For our first round, you might like to keep the back toe down or lifting off a little higher, or come to the full position. Core is drawing in. Length from the crown of the head all the way to the back toes. Then we come to our crescent lunge. Drop the back knee down. Bring the hands down to the thigh. Let's just take a moment here in this low lunge, feeling a beautiful stretch through the left hip flexor. Then from there we come to lizard, bringing the hands inside the foot, heel toe the foot a little bit wider. Either stay up nice and high on the fingers or drop down to a low lizard. Whatever feels right for your body. And if it's in your practice, you can reach your right arm around, take the left toes, draw them towards you. Wherever you are, staying with the breath. And we'll keep moving in this sequence. So reach the arm back over, heel toe the foot back into the center, pressing up on the back foot, find your pyramid pose. Back toes are slightly turned out, square off the hips, fold on forward. Keep this front knee as bent as you need, particularly as we're just in the start of our class. And then from there, bringing the back foot in, let's sit down into intense pose. Sit the butt low, lift the arms, 3 breaths here, building strength. Inhale and exhale. As you inhale, can you find more length through the arms? And as you exhale, can you sink lower into your chair? 1 more breath there. Inhale and exhale. Lift to standing, reach the fingers high. Bring the hands through prayer at heart center, warrior 3 on the left side. Coming forward, take your options. Wherever you are, squaring off the shoulders and hips. Crescent lunge, right foot comes down, lift the arms high, Sink the knee down, bring the hands to the thigh, or you can bring them to the mat if that's a little more, provides a bit more stability. Feel that stretch through the front of this hip. And let's come to lizard. Hands inside the foot, heel toe the foot a little bit wider. Stay nice and high here, or dropping down to the forearms. Deep breaths. If you'd like to advance it a little further, reaching the left arm around, take the right toes, draw them in towards you. Release, bring the foot back into the center. Let's find pyramid. Really try and pull this left hip back and this right hip forward so our pelvis is nice and square. Keep the left knee as bent as you need. Find your stretch. You could always place a couple of blocks either side of you if that helps you with the posture. And then from there, bringing the back foot in, let's sink into chair pose. 3 breaths here. Let's build some strength in this practice as well as flexibility. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, finding length all the way through the torso. Exhale, sinking lower. 1 more breath there. Coming to standing, reach the fingertips high, draw the hands down through prayer. We're building on a little. Coming to your warrior 3. Square off the hips, you know where to go. Crescent lunge, reach the fingertips high, bring the knee down, bring the hands to the thigh. Just take a moment to hold here. Then from there, reaching the fingertips high, let's take a twist. Inhale for length, exhale, twisting over this right leg. Stay right here if that's enough for you, or bring the right hand towards the mat, lift the left arm high, bring in a twist. If you have the range, you can always reach for the left leg. And then bring the hands back inside the right foot. Heel toe the foot a little bit wider. We're trying flying lizard today. So tuck the left toes under. Either stay right here if that's enough for you, or the aim here is to bring the right shoulder pretty much under the right knee. Take the arms wide. Let's hold for a couple of breaths. You can always just do 1 hand if that's enough, and then we'll build up to 2 as we progress and get stronger. Then from there, bring both hands down, bring the knee down. How did you go with that one? Let me know. Bring the foot in, tuck the back toes under, find pyramid. Stretching back, squaring off the hips. Breathe here. And if it's for you, optional standing split, bringing the hand slightly forward, lifting the back leg high, lifting that leg up, and if you can, bringing the right hand to the back of the right leg, drawing yourself closer. Let's bring the leg down, sinking low into chair, lift the arms. Just 1 breath this time. Inhale, exhale, coming to standing. Lift nice and high, find length through the whole body. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Let's take the other side, hinging forward. Find your warrior 3. Find that stillness if you can. Bring the leg down, crescent lunge. Lower the knee down. Bring the hands to the thigh. And then from there, reach the fingertips high. Inhale for length. Exhale, twisting towards the left. Stay right here if that's enough. Or left fingertips come towards the mat. Reach the right arm high. And if you can, finding the right calf. Wherever you are, bring the hands back down to the mat. Take a moment. We're coming to flying lizard again. And remember, it's not always about whether you can achieve a posture, but it's about giving it a go and seeing what's possible and building strength in the body. Tuck the toes under, lift the knee off, bring that left shoulder towards the knee. Let's take the arms off, hold for a couple of breaths. You can do it. That's it. Keep smiling, keep having fun. Bring the knee down. Heel toe the foot back into the center, pyramid pose. Couple of breaths there, just relaxing. An optional standing split if it's for you. Hands come down, lift the leg. And then from there, you can challenge the balance, taking the left hand to the left ankle, drawing yourself towards it. That's it. Bring the foot down, rolling up through the spine. And we'll just take a short balancing sequence. Have some water if you need, and then come back into it. Okay, grounding down strongly through the left leg. From there, take the left hand to the waist, draw the right knee up. Either hold here if that's enough for you, or peace fingers come to the big toe, stretching the leg out. Hold here, set your gaze on a fixed point in front of you. And then from there, if you've got the knee, you can take it wide, take the left arm out for balance, or with the peace fingers to the big toe, take the right leg high, keep the left arm out for support. And then lastly, can you draw that leg back towards the center, cross it over the thigh, keeping it nice and steady, fold on forward, reaching the hands down, and find your folded pigeon position. Feeling that stretch through the outside of the thigh. Bend the knee as much as you need of the underneath leg. It feels good to have the ground underneath the hands after those balances. Then from there, release the foot, rolling back up to standing. Give it a shake, take a moment, relax. Let's take the other side. Grounding down strongly through the right leg. Core is drawing in, keeping you steady. Bring the knee up. One hand can come to the waist. And then if it's for you, peace fingers, take the big toe. Stretching long. Find that fixed point. Just set your eyes on it. This is your drishti, your focused gaze. Keeps you steady and strong. Then from there, either taking the knee wide or taking the toes wide, bring the arm out, the right arm out. Find your posture. We only live once, so find that full expression. Feel good. Let's bring the left leg in. Cross it over the thigh. And slowly, steadily, can you fold on forward? Finding that folded pigeon position, hands to the mat, helping you feel grounded. Beautiful. Release the foot. Come a little more to the top of the mat again. Let's just roll up to standing. Lift the arms nice and high. Bring the hands through prayer. Find your warrior three once again. Come to your crescent lunge. Bring the knee down. Hands to the thigh. Let's heel toe the foot a little bit wider. And this time we're taking lizard with a twist. Lifting the right arm high, reach the fingertips. Thread the arm through, coming down, side of the shoulder, side of the head, towards the mat. Doesn't matter if they don't touch. That's the direction we're going in. It's quite an intense posture, this one. So see if you can come out of your mind, really come into your breath here. And then from there, pressing the hand into the mat, reach the arm high, hand comes down, heel toe the foot back into the center, pull back, half split. Square off those hips, come low. Again, this is also a really lovely opportunity, if it's useful for you, to use the block. Stay right there in your half split if that's enough, or optionally you can come down to a stag split, or you can come to a full split. Wherever you are, really folding forward through the body. One last breath there, inhale and exhale. And then from there, this front leg, let's swing it around to join the back leg. Come through your cobra or your upward facing dog. Pull back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat, step or jump the feet through. Halfway lift, forward fold. And let's lift to standing. Other side. Bring the hands through prayer. Come to your warrior three, standing off on the left leg this time. This is our last warrior three, I promise. Bring the foot down. Come to your crescent lunge. Bring the back knee down. Hands come to the thigh. Then from there, hands inside the foot, heel toe the foot a little bit wider. Lift the left arm high. Thread it through. Side of the shoulders, side of the head, come to the mat. It's a challenging posture, this one. So just take it as you need. It's a good one to come back to and see how you progress as you do it more often. Then from there, reach the arm high, bring it down, heel toe the foot back in, pull back for your half split. Take the blocks again either side if that's useful for you. Stay right here, or if it's in your practice, either coming to a stag split or to a full split. Wherever you are, folding on forward. Really working on our flexibility today. As a friend said to me, these flexibility practices bring a sense of inner calm. So see if you can find a sense of inner calm through these stretches, rather than gripping or holding on. Then from there, let's swing the leg around, come through your cobra, or once again, your upward facing dog, pull back, downward facing dog. One full breath here, inhale and exhale. And then from there, we're going to come to sleeping swan. For sleeping swan, let's bring the right leg through. Bring the heel in towards the groin a little. So we protect the knee, roll the hip over to meet it, lifting nice and tall, fold on forward. Bring the gaze inward. Seeing how your energy is shifted, how your body's feeling. Hopefully feeling a little warmer, a little bit more of a sense of release through the muscles. And then from there, pressing up, I'll turn around to face you. Bring this left leg, so that was the back leg, over to meet the right leg. We're coming to Gomukhasana. If Gomukhasana is a little too much for you, you can always just come to easy seated pose or a modified half lotus. Here in Gomukhasana, we'll bring in the shoulder stretch. Reaching the right arm over, reaching for the fingertips, find length through the spine. If you can't take the fingers A strap is a really nice option here. Just reach for the strap with the hands. And then from there, folding on forward. If it becomes a little too much to hold onto the fingers, just release them, drop down. We're going to start to slow down now and really take some time in these stretches. The muscles are warm, so let's really give them the opportunity to find some more length. Then from there, press the hands up. We're going to come into a lateral bend. Here's a time when you might like to grab a block. We're going to take the left hand down, reaching the right arm over, come into the side bend. If you have a block, you might like to place it down next to you, just to raise the floor up a little, and then you can try and reach for the fingertips. Just intensifies the stretch a little. Once again, just stay with the breath. Just check for any signs of tension that you might be able to release. And then from there, calming out of it, pressing yourself back up. Just bring the legs out in front maybe, just to relax a little. And we'll take the other side. Let's come to our sleeping swan, left leg in front this time. Stretch the right leg long, square off the hips. Inhale, exhale, fold on forward. Deep breaths. Just really relaxing down into the earth in this posture. Enjoying this time for you, your body. Nowhere else you need to be. Pressing your hands back up. Let's bring the right leg around. And again, taking easy seating pose or modified half lotus if that's better for you. Otherwise, coming to Gomukhasana, you can always place a block underneath you if that's a little better. And then from there, checking that the belly button is in line with the knees. Let's take the left arm over, reaching for the fingertips, and then fold on forward. If the shoulder stretch becomes a little much, once again, just release the hands down to the mat, folding in on yourself. And then keeping the legs where they are, let's bring in the side stretch. Right hand comes down, taking the left arm over, and if you have some kind of cushion or block, finding the level that's right for you. Bring the elbow down and just intensify the stretch a little. Let's hold here for 5 breaths. Can you relax a little more? It's a beautiful stretch, this one. I love it. All right, coming out of it, and let's come into Dragonfly. Legs come out, finding the position that's right for you, whether that's just more of a narrow V or coming into a full middle split. And then from there, let's walk the hands forward, bring the gaze into the body once again. Just taking some time for the inner seams of the legs. Walking the hands around to the right, one hand either side of the knee, stretching forward. And then walking the hands around to the left side, hand either side of the knee, stretching on forward. Coming back through the center. One more moment there. See if you can find just a little bit more length through the adductor muscles. And then walking the hands back up, draw the legs in towards you with the hands, helping them if you need, and then just rocking the knees in just to release through the hips. Now we haven't done too much for the upper body yet, so let's just do a little bit of a sequence now. Coming over, we're going to take extended puppy. Coming up onto the balls of the feet, knees are hip width apart, stretch the arms long. And here you might either bring the forehead to the mat, or if you have the range through the shoulders and through the upper back, you can bring the chin down, looking forward. Really press the arms and the hands into the mat, which will help open up through the shoulders. Walking the hands back towards the knees, finding a kneeling position, sitting up nice and tall. Link the fingers behind you, roll the shoulders back and down, fold on forward to child's pose, and then reaching the hands back over behind you for a stretch through the chest and through the shoulders. And lowering the hands down, bring them to the mat, pressing up. We're coming to camel. For camel, set the knees hip width apart, come up onto the balls of the feet. Either just take the less advanced version with the hands on the lower back, open through the chest, eye gaze is high, core is drawing in to protect the lower back. Or if you have the range, bringing the hands towards the ankles, pressing the hips through, pressing the heart open. Hold here. Feeling strong, feeling resilient, feeling powerful. And then when you're ready, bringing the chin towards the chest, coming up, we're going back the other way. So coming back to kneeling, link the fingers, open through the shoulders, coming down to the mat, reaching the arms over. See if you have a little bit of extra length through the muscles, a little bit of extra range through the shoulders. Bring the hands down, reach them forward, and finding extended puppy. Coming up on the balls of the feet. You can take the knees a little wider if that suits you. Bring the chest down. Forehead either comes down or bring the chin down. Pressing into the hands. And then coming out of it. Give the shoulders a little bit of a roll if you need. Then let's come down to the mat. We're coming into our hamstring stretches. So if you have a strap, you might like to use that today. Let's start with the right leg. So left foot can be flat on the floor. You might like to take the strap either on the ball of the foot or behind the leg if that suits you. Or one that I do like, and I know I've introduced it to a few people, is hamstring hammock. So you can place the strap behind the head, just find the position that works for you. Generally, you can lengthen the underneath leg out, and then you can just let the strap and your head do the work for you. Staying with the breath there. And then when you're ready, release that from behind the head, and you can either come into cat pulling tail, where we take the leg over. You might like take a block underneath the leg, or just keep it off, hold it yourself. You can always bring the underneath leg foot up and find a stretch here. If you don't have a strap, you're welcome to just take the twist with the bent leg if that suits you. All right, bending the right leg in. Let's take the other side. Once again, find the option that works for you. I'll take hamstring hammock once again. And then let's settle in for the stretch. If you are holding the leg, see if you can relax through the arms and through the shoulders. Really focus the effort into just lengthening through the hamstring muscle. So good for our hamstrings. And then from there, either coming to cat pulling tail or your twist. Taking the foot over, you can always take the underneath foot, find your twist. And again, as I said, you can always just take a bent knee twist if that feels better for you and you really want to get into your spine a little more. And then release. And either first of all coming to happy baby and staying there if that's best for you, or rolling over, coming to plow pose. Pressing the back of the head into the mat so there's no pressure in the upper spine. You can link the fingers behind you, stretch them long down to the back of the mat, away from the feet. You can always bend the knees in, come to snail. And then from there, let's roll down through the spine nice and gently. and everyone coming to happy baby. Hands behind the knees, the lower legs, or the insides or outsides of the feet. Draw the knees down. Let's keep this lovely and relaxed today. I've done a lot of work on our flexibility. Just observe how your body's feeling. Hopefully you're feeling a lot more open, relaxed, lengthened, and a sense of inner calm. Then when you're ready, let's come to Shavasana. Stretching the feet long, about hip width apart, toes just dropping outwards. Rest the hands just on the edges of the mat, giving the lungs space to breathe. Let's inhale deeply, exhale fully. Really feeling the bones sinking down into the mat, letting gravity do its work. So you feel just like a calm energy floating above the earth. I will leave you here today. I hope you can take a few more moments to relax for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me for this pure flexibility yoga flow. And I will see you again soon. Namaste, everyone. Thanks for practicing yoga with me. If you liked this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up and leaving a comment, and make sure to subscribe and press the bell so you're notified each time I share a new class.